Hello, good evening. Welcome to another PSAI talk show where we bring in amazing life journeys of people and those are inspiring ones. So, here is another one today, and thank you so much for joining us on a Friday evening when the weekend has already started. Let me express my gratitude here to the audience for their overwhelming response week after week and the love that you have showered on PSAI Talk Show. Thank you so much. I'm Gauri Das. I'm a HR leader, a possibilitarian, and a professional speaker. I believe in creating possibilities even if there seem to be none. And that's what a possibilitarian does. Now, let me introduce you to PSAI, Professional Speakers Association of India. It is a strong community of professional speakers that helps its members enhance their professional speaking career globally. We are very proud to be part of Global Speakers Federation, an umbrella organization of 17 associations from different countries including USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, Singapore, to name a few. PSAI provides its members with comprehensive mentoring, resources, networking to master their skill on professional as a professional speaker. We are a family of wonderful minds and beautiful hearts who have a very strong message to share, and PSAI strengthens our voice. That is this platform all about. With a vision to become number one professional speakers association in India, we empower professional speakers to influence, thrive, and achieve excellence in this trade. And we live by right. Yes, right. RITE, where R is respect, I is integrity, T is trust, and E is excellence. If you have a message that can change the world and you intend to stand out in the crowd and want to make a difference, PSAI is the place to be in. So this is about PSAI, and now we will talk about guest for this evening. Our today's guest is a multifaceted personality. And when I say multifaceted, let me tell you how many facets are there. She's a coach, a trainer, a psychotherapist, a master's in IT, a voracious speaker, a Toastmaster, a TEDx speaker, and also a TEDx organizer. She has done it all. But the list doesn't end here. That is not all. In her busy life with two teenage daughters, and besides all that she does professionally, which I just mentioned, she's also an artist, a fitness enthusiast, and loves to play badminton. Yes, I know you are thinking, how does she manage it all? I'm also thinking so, and we are going to ask her to share the secret. And I guess there is much more to the story. Let's unveil it. Please welcome our today's guest, Sudha Kolluru.
Thank you so much, Gauri. It's a total pleasure and a privilege to be here on this show. Thank you so much for the warm invite.
Thank you so much, Sudha, for joining us this evening. And like I mentioned, as viewers are thinking that you are doing so much in your life, so many things simultaneously, and yet you are here, all fresh, enthusiastic, and energetic. I'm sure this fitness thing is helping you a lot, and we will definitely check it out with you. So let us
Absolutely.
start this conversation. And the first thing that I would like to bring up is about performance. As you know, I'm a HR professional, and that's first thing on my mind because organizations Students, people, individuals, everyone is looking for performance. We want to improve our performance when it comes at work, at studies, at everything that we do. And as professional speakers, also, we want to do that. So, this is one thread that connects everybody, be it a corporate or be it an individual. And I know that you are a performance excellence coach. So who better than you in to ask how do you help people accelerate their performance?
Well, thank you so much, Gauri, for that wonderful question. And this is very close to my heart, and I just love sharing the entire idea about the performance acceleration, which I thoroughly enjoy. Now, in my entire experience over the years, where I have traveled across the countries, spoken to people from different backgrounds and domains, and also understood their thought process, etc. I have realized and understood that there are three main realms which help each individual to accelerate their performance. Now, irrespective of what background they come and what they are doing, the position, experience, etc., if we can focus on these three realms, then the performance is accelerated automatically. So let me illustrate this with the help of three C's, which I strongly believe and apply in my coaching, mentoring, and training sessions. To begin with, it is the first C is the conceive. The ideas, the thoughts, the opinions, and the kind of feelings and emotions that we have in our mind need to be very much balanced. They need to be in sync with what we feel and what the others expect around us. So, in that way, this aspect of conceiving the right thoughts has to be harmonized. So, that's the first thing that I focus on. And the second is convey. So once we know what we are and we have aligned our thought process, it's very important that we express it out to the external world and have the right intention and convey the right message in the best way possible. So this is all about expressing your thoughts, your opinions, presenting yourself, and building that right impression for the people. The third C is the way we control. So, having the right thoughts and being able to convey is not sufficient. What is more important is you should take control of the way you lead a situation, how well you can manage things, and at the same time achieve what you're looking for. So, putting these three things together automatically, it's like creating a very harmonic ecosystem, and in this way the acceleration or of the performance that the people have will automatically get improvised. And I do this through a lot of strategies and techniques where I work on, as a psychotherapist, I work on the mindset, changing any kind of a mind block or converting any irrational thought process into an rational one, and trying to help them identify the potential, the strengths, and various aspects. And this way it's easier for them to reach or achieve their goals. Yeah.
Wonderful, Sudha, and thank you so much for making it so simple, because when it comes to performance, it's like, what do I do? Where do I get additional hours from? How can I do things in so less time that is available to me? All of us have only 24 hours in hand. So thank you so much for making it so simple by saying three C's, which is conceive right thoughts, convey right message, and control the situation. So your three C's are wonderful, and I'm sure our audience are going to take this as their first takeaway. Now, moving forward, like I mentioned in your introduction, that you have done masters in computers, you trained, you coached, you even organized art galleries, and so many other things. So, how did this happen? The transition, was it like you were looking for your passion and whatever came in between, you just acquired it? Or you could see the interconnectedness even at that point of time? It would be very interesting to know how a computer science master's in IT gets converted to a psychotherapist and uses it in coaching.
Right. Sure. Thank you. That's a nice, interesting question, Gauri. In fact, even I'm surprised now that you're asking me about it. I guess it is all destiny. And honestly speaking, even I didn't expect that today I would be presenting myself as a performance acceleration coach, trying to change and transform the people around me. It all started long back when I had a very great aspiration to become a doctor. So imagine that, from a doctor to what I am today. And destiny had something else in store. So I ended up doing my master's in computer science in US. And followed by that, there was another twist in my career where I had to take up working as a business development manager. So a lot of business aspects and dealing with different things is what I took up. Then during this journey as a business development manager, while my interaction with a lot of people was happening, I realized that people, what they have and what they want to be, there is a big gap there, and there's always aspirations, and we're looking for opportunities in order to identify our potential and upgrade ourselves, reach to the ultimate goal that we all aspire for. So having understood that and realized, then I took great interest in training and coaching, and this gave me a high level of satisfaction and content when I was able to identify the potential aspect, help them identify and strengthen themselves. So while I was doing this, that's when I perceived to become a trainer, a coach, and then the journey continued. I realized that people have some mind blocks. So not every coaching is taken, accepted properly, and it is imbibed into the system. So you need to apply some strategies which are related to psychotherapy, and this helps to a great extent. So people overcome their barriers, their hesitations, their limitations, and there you go. You have a perfectly happy person going in the right direction to which they really want to achieve their goals. And like I said, it's all destiny, and there is a lot more in store, and I'm just looking forward to it. And during this journey, becoming a TEDx speaker, an organizer, it so happened, and my love and passion for stage made me a motivational and a public speaker. And I thoroughly enjoy the presence of people, interacting with them and helping them through different challenges and concerns.
Amazing. So, got to know few more aspects of your life which did not materialize. Your study for becoming a doctor in your business development as well. Though business development is everywhere, and we all keep selling whatever it is, and it quite relates to how I look at my life, because I am also a computer engineer turned HR, and then got interested in psychology. And when I did my master's in psychology, I just realized that the world is abundant and we should be limitless. But like you rightly mentioned, there are mindset issues and people think there are limitations. So, how do you break them? And the way you describe that you bring in those elements in your coaching, it's amazing. I'm sure your clients are getting benefited by it. Thank you so much for sharing that. And here we have a question from our audience. The question is from Nirja Singh. Do you have a niche clientele in your psychotherapy practice? Is what she wants to know.
Yes, absolutely. So when I use the psychotherapy, I mean, this is a very recent experience that I would like to share. And this client is a person who comes with vast experience in counseling. She's a wellness and happiness coach, and she's been doing it for over a lot of years, let's say 20 plus years. And it so happens that she has some inhibitions suddenly developed in her, and she's not comfortable with the virtual platform. She feels low in her confidence levels. She's unable to express, and there is a lot of hesitation and doubt that she's not the best, and she feels she's being judged all the time. Now sometimes, due to the external pressure or situations, people tend to get into that kind of a zone. So in order to help her come out of that, I worked a lot in one to one interaction and coaching, where I made her first break those notions and helped her understand that this is not the way the reality is. You have to understand and accept that there is more to what you're doing, and it is absolutely fine to be yourself. You don't have to be perfect. So there was a lot of interaction and exchange of thoughts and ideas where I could channelize her emotional state. So, first of all, to get a hold of herself and feel confident is the base foundation that I work on. And once she's balanced in her emotions, then it is the way that she reaches out and expresses to the people around her, and then gets the response accordingly, and takes control of every situation and feels like a true leader. So it's more like a true leadership that she is anchored onto, and she's empowered to take up that journey, considering the fact that yes, she's doing a great job and there is a purpose and cost to it. So in order to help her feel that, it takes some time to break those mind blocks and then help her overcome those concerns. And there you go, she's perfectly happy today, doing a lot of sessions and helping a lot of people, counseling them to the best of her ability.
Thank you so much, Sudha, for responding to this. And thank you so much, Nirja, asking this, because the message is very clear: be limitless. She's telling that you have to break all barriers, and that's where the progress will start. So I'm sure, Nirja, you got a response to your question, and we will move on from here. Let's talk about your company, Sudha, which is called as Proxel. And this is very intriguing. It's a very interesting name. So we would love to know the story behind this name, and also to understand how your company help people strengthening their competencies, because that's another thing in today's world. The kind of competencies and the pace of change is so high that what I used to hire for 3 years ago, I'm not hiring for those competencies anymore. So that is another thing. It's unlearning, learning, and relearning. So how are you and your company helping people bringing in those new age competencies and keep pace with this constant change?
Sure. Thank you so much, Gauri, once again for that question. My company's name is Proxel. Now, people wonder, what is it? Is it Proxel? Is it Pro Excel? What is it? So, the actual derivation of it would be propelling excellence, both professionally and personally. And it's a learning and development hub. And this was originated, conceived, and born in 2018. And there's a very interesting story behind that, because when I was, venturing out as a trainer and coach and doing a lot of engagements with corporates and different institutions across industries, I realized that why not formulate it or have a platform which will project different aspects of helping people reach their potential, right? The ultimate goal and achievement. So in that idea, that's when Proxel came into place, and in 2018 we went about. The most interesting part of it is, I, being in India, Hyderabad, work from this location, and I have a equally competent and highly enthusiastic partner, Sushma Mamillapalli, who is based out in Denver, Colorado. That's in US. So we work together, and she, being a mindset and a habit transformation coach, works in syncing and aligning the habits along with the mindset of the people. And me, being a performance acceleration coach, we combine our skills and our expertise in order to make the best for people who we cater to, like the clientels, the mentees, the coachings that we do. So we do have a lot of signature programs which address to it, which are workshops, and then we have journey based training programs. But in addition to that, we also enjoy customizing the training programs for customers, because this is what helps the clients get what they are expecting from it. So we identify the need, work on the requirement, design and structure it as per their expectation, and then we present it. And then we do a lot of intervention into it. And we also work on the assessment aspect and continue their journey for over a period, ensuring that whatever that they've expected from us is achieved, and they're totally satisfied about it. So there are different aspects, and this is how we build the competencies as well as the performance of the attendees or the trainees. Yes, and it's an excellent journey. We're thoroughly enjoying it, and we work together, catering to clients across different locations. And we look forward for more and more associations. Like I said, Gauri, the basic fact of happiness and satisfaction, more than anything else, when we address and conduct coaching or a training for the people, is overwhelming. It's just priceless, I would say. So we feel so excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And thank you for sharing this story. The name itself has excellence. So it has
Correct.
to be excellent. Yeah, thank you so much. And with your partner's presence in another country, and you yourself have stayed in multiple countries, so this cultural aspect, the international or the flavor, the global aspect that you must be bringing in into your practices must definitely be beneficial to your clients. Let's
Absolutely, Gauri.
talk yeah. Let's talk about something which is very close to your heart. And why do I say so? Because you said you are a motivational speaker, but you did not stop at speaking. So you are a TEDx speaker, but you are an organizer as well. So playing both the parts of speaker and organizer, I'm sure it would have been very interesting. You are on one side of the table and then you move on to another. And how did it happen to you, and why did you venture into organizing as well?
Sure. Great question again, Gauri. Thank you. So, first of all, I have great regards and respect for this TEDx platform because it's a globally accepted and recognized, reputed stage. It's a platform. And for me, it's not just a stage or a platform, it's an opportunity where people can showcase their contribution and achievements to the society. So it upgrades the values and motivates the other people, the viewers, the audience, and inspires them also to take away some value, take away some lesson and messages from the speakers and address it in their life. Right. So for me, it is a very honorable stage, and having that idea about it, I was very keen and excited to organize an event. And this happened a couple of years ago when I had conducted a TEDx Jubilee Hills here in Hyderabad, and the entire theme was about genres. So we have invited people, speakers who are very proficient in their line of work from different domains and backgrounds, and they shared their success stories and the challenges that they had to overcome, and how they have proved themselves over a period of time and are what they are, right? Highly accomplished people. So this was very interesting and inspiring for the audience. There was a lot of value add to the entire program, and there was a purpose and cause which gave the entire event a very meaningful, satisfactory reason. So I went about doing this, and I didn't stop there because the excitement, the cherishable moment, or the happiness of the contentment to be on that stage made me take up an opportunity or hope for one. And it so happened in the course of time that I got an opportunity to become a speaker. I was invited, and when this opportunity came, I wanted to reach out to the world, and I addressed them through a topic called paradigm shift. Now, with a lot of vast experience that I have, my childhood being in the Gulf, where it was a very different culture, different lifestyle, a different outlook to the way that culture, I mean, things are around you basically. And then moving to the US, where I spent a decade, and then my daughters were born there, it was a complete change in culture. It's like the extremes, north and south. And I upgraded my skills and became very competent and learned to become a very independent person and started looking at the world in a different manner, right? And then moving back to my motherland, India, and then again, where my roots are, and then making a different start, and of course interacting and trying to give my best as well as learn a lot from things around me has been a very interesting and a very different, unique journey for me. So in this duration, there was a lot of, and then I revolved my entire talk around four aspects. The first thing is your acceptance of things around you, irrespective of the culture, the people, the limitation, the challenges. You really need to accept it. And the second would be to alter it. If at all you can make a change, how do you do that in yourself and things, if possible, around you? So you need to alter it. And then you need to adapt yourself. So whatever it is after you alter, adaptation is a very important aspect of survival. So we all need to adapt in order to evolve. So how do I adapt myself to different cultures and environments and etc. And finally, how do I achieve what I always aspire to be? So these four aspects, accept, alter, adapt, and achieve, was the the center of my talk. And I received a lot of appreciation and likes from the people, the audience, and they said it's very inspiring, because people who limit themselves and say that this is all I can do and this is the as far as I can go, they got the message that sky is just not the limit. You can go beyond, and everything, anything is possible, only and only if you perceive it. You keep being very persistent about it, and there you go, you have what you want. So that was my talk, and it was an extremely amazing experience that I had. And I look forward to organizing another TEDx somewhere in this year ending, or maybe the coming year. And I'm super excited about it, Gauri.
Amazing. And here is a brilliant thought from Harish Mehta. He says that he loves this word paradigm shift, learned this from his guru Bob Proctor, and he is really grateful about this thing. And Nirja says that adaptability is most sought after skill in 21st century. Yes, it is one of the top 5 when it comes to leaders, and even in the LinkedIn index it is one amongst top 10. So adaptability is amazing, and it is extremely important, because if you are adaptable, then you don't have that victim mindset. You know, whatever is happening, you have to bounce back and you have to take the next step. So all the energy that you are investing in thinking that why me, why it is happening with me, that has no place. You are not consumed by these thoughts. You just break free and you take the next step, whatever it happens. If it is a success, you learn from there, you move forward. Even if it is a mistake or failure, you take the lessons and you move forward. You don't have that baggage. So adaptability is amazing, and it's a life skill, I would say, in today's time, and the way we are moving forward. So thank you so much, Nijan Singh and Harish Mehta and Sudha. Thanks for sharing your 4 A's. Yes. So, Sudha, you are a Toastmaster, and you are a TEDx speaker as well. And yet you joined PSAI, which proves the value this platform brings in. But I would love to know from you, what was your purpose of joining PSAI, and how do you think this platform is helping a renowned speaker? You are already a TEDx speaker and a Toastmaster.
Thank you. Sure, Gauri, I would love to share this. I think PSI is a fantastic platform. It is there are immense number of opportunities where you get to interact and meet global professional speakers across. And there's a lot of learning, and there's a lot that you can contribute in on your own as well. So I feel it is a door which leads to n number of doors, and all you have to do is walk your way through, tap on it, open it, and see what's in store for you. And there's always something surprising and very interesting and value adding for everything that you take up. So for me, PSI has become an excellent platform where I can kind of project myself and see myself go or reach where I want to. So one of the main reasons, some of the reasons that I've joined PSI, first is I'm an aspiring author. So I would like to write my book, taking the guidance and mentorship of many experts here, great authors who have not written just one, but multiple books. And in addition to that, I also would like to become a global keynote speaker, which has been a dream for a very long time. So sooner or later, I would like to upgrade myself to that. In addition to that, there's a lot of learning, and I get an opportunity to upgrade my skills through excellent events and talk shows which happen on PSIs. And like you already mentioned, it's across the globe. So we have expertise coming and sharing their knowledge, experience in various fields. So that's an amazing learning by itself. And of course, taking these learnings and applying it into my training in order to enhance the value that I provide to the participants is another area that I would like to focus, and I have been doing it, and it's been showing tremendous, excellent results in that way. And being the education head for the Hyderabad chapter, PSI, I also would like to contribute to all the members in helping them identify or reach their dreams or achieve the purpose for joining the PSI. So I'm working a lot towards that with an amazing team who's high on enthu and energy, and they're very supportive. And there's a lot of competencies and things that we discuss, and we try to upgrade and deliver it to the people who are interested. So there's a lot happening, Gauri, on this platform, and it's very lively and great, excellent experience, I would say. So I've just joined a couple of months ago, but then there's a long way to go, and I'm thoroughly excited and looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sudha, for sharing this. And that's the beauty of this platform. Like Nirja Singh mentions, that it's commendable how quickly Sudha has stepped up in PSAI, because it's not a place where you have to spend us quite some time and then you will be benefited by it. It's a platform where we have brilliant minds, we have beautiful voices and strong messages, and the kind of networking and mentoring that even I have got from this platform is amazing. PSAI holds a special value in my heart as well. And Sudha, you brought in a different aspect, and yes, many people are working on it. But when we say professional speakers, people think it's all about only speaking. But you brought in this author perspective, and there are so many accomplished authors. There are people who have written 5+ books, and you get mentoring from them. And competencies also, like you mentioned, we are a global organization, and just yesterday there was a session on improving your competencies when it comes to
Right.
professional speaking. So much to learn, so much to get benefited from. And I'm sure our audience is taking note, and if they have not filled up the form mentioned in the comment box, they are going to do it immediately. Thank you so much for sharing this.
My pleasure, Gauri.
So I'm sure our audience is waiting to hear from you. How do you achieve so much in a day? And how have you achieved so much in your life so far, and especially your fitness angle? Please throw some light there.
Sure, absolutely, Gauri. Yes, I would like to. I love to share this because I think this is a question I get often, not just from you, but a lot of people. And being a mother of two young girls, teenage girls, that's a lot in on hand. Where you have to constantly engage and interact with them, and make sure that things are happening. There's a lot on a personal front as well. But in addition to your profession, it's necessary for each and every person to pursue their dreams, their interests, their hobbies, because that's what keeps you alive, and that's what makes you human and alive, and that's what brings the element of fun and excitement into life. So I've always believed that you need to live your life to the fullest, irrespective of what the situation may be, because ups and downs are very common in life, and after darkness there is sunlight, and after sunlight there is darkness. So it's all a part and parcel of life. So nothing to crib and worry about it, but accept it, adapt towards it, and do what you have to do, so that there is no regrets in life. Now, two secrets that I would like to share with all of you today is which has kept me going and is the main driving force behind what all that I do and I get involved in, is first the passion. Okay, the passion of art, the passion of painting, which is like a therapy for me in my free time. So I do a lot of oil on canvas, acrylics, graphic sketching, and I've been part of exhibitions and put up galleries, etc., etc., and it gives me a lot of joy internally, and I thoroughly enjoy. Like I said, it's a therapy in itself, a stress buster. So that's one aspect, the passion for it. And staying fit, being going on your jogs, working out, and playing badminton, shuttle, etc., etc., is keeping your mind and body in line and sync with a perfectly healthy balance. And I feel that's very necessary, and that's it generates a lot of positive energy within us, and it's necessary in today's times, right? So much of stress around, it's very much required. And of course the other aspects of working and everything, so there has to be a great passion in order to make that time and make it possible. And passion also requires another aspect, which is discipline. So if I am passionate and if I am not disciplined, then I wouldn't be able to work on things and achieve them or feel satisfied in what I'm doing. So discipline has a major role to play. And at the same time, if I'm very disciplined and still have no passion, no drive to do something, I would fall short of achieving or doing all those multiple things. So I combine them both, make some extra time in addition to whatever that I have to do as my role and responsibility, but thoroughly enjoy the extra time I invest, which is worth it, every second of it, and gives me the fullness or the completeness of being alive and being what I am. So passion and discipline, my friends, I think is the secret behind doing multiple things and enjoying it in every way possible.
Thank you so much for bringing out the secret that it's discipline and passion. And I'm sure you're working on all eight aspects of your wellness when it comes to fitness, because only physical fitness would not take you there. You need to have that mental, that emotional. You said that you need to connect a lot with your teenager daughters, and that's where that emotional connect, that mental balance would come into picture. Your environmental also, if there is no harmony between mothers and daughters, then your environmental wellness will be impacted. You are doing so many things, so your intellectual wellness, your knowledge, your skill is being put to use, and likewise all other aspect of wellness you are focusing on, and that's what the fitness journey is all about.
Absolutely. Yes, Gauri.
Amazing. So I heard something interesting about you, that you were a human book. Now, what is this human book? Is it human or is it book?
Okay, it's actually both. It's a human book. And it's
Okay.
a very interesting concept that I've come across here. And it so happened that one of my friends organizes and conducts it across organizations. So basically, the concept goes back to the fact that there are certain challenges, prejudice, and stereotypes in the society. And by addressing them, you tend to present yourself as a human book, and people gather and they listen to you. So instead of reading a book, you sit there and speak about your life, speak about things as if you are a speaking book, a talking book. And the interesting part is the audience who come and listen to you have a lot of questions. They can interact with the book. And by doing so, they try to get some motivation, they get inspired, and they overcome their own challenges and inhibitions. So it's an excellent way that you're serving the society in a different manner, right? And you're able to provide some positivity into the mind of the people. And I got this opportunity a couple of years back where I was invited as a human book, and sitting there, I shared my own life story. And again, it was all about the paradigm shift, which is very interesting and unique for people to understand, because it's not only the location, the kind of places and the interactions that I've had, but also change in different fields that I have taken, from being a master's in computers to a business developer, and then to a trainer with a TEDx and a Toastmaster, all things put together. And all that has made my life experience very enriching. So this is what I share. And there were instances and challenges which everybody has. And we could just walk away, give up, and just sit and say, okay, that's it. Maybe it doesn't go any further, and this is all I can do. But when you believe and you're very persistent in your approach, then progress and positivity come by themselves. And of course, that leads to your achievements and success. So I've always been a strong believer in that. And my life as a book, a human book, could cater to a lot of concerns that people had and help them overcome those inhibitions and motivated them in a great manner. So I guess this was an excellent experience that I've had, and I look forward to having many more as such. And if you ever come across this kind of an event, I recommend that you attend it, because there's a lot of learning. People come with different challenges in life, and then they share it as a book, which makes it more interesting. You can interact with them, right? Yeah. So that's the experience, Gauri, and I'm really happy and glad to share that with you. Thank you.
Yeah, and your smile is telling it all, that you are recollecting all the memories when you became a human book. And yes, Nirja, a lovely concept, the way Sudha explained it. I have never attended one, but the way she explained, I'm just loving it. And I'm sure I would get an opportunity very soon, because we have Sudha with us, and she will definitely become a book for us one day. So, Sudha, now it's time to know you some more through some rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Absolutely, Gauri. Yes, and I just wanted to share something else as what I love to do in my spare time.
Okay.
Well, I engage a lot in my family. Try to spend quality time, and like I said, my teenage daughters keep me on my toes. So it's like these three crazy girls running around and doing a lot of fun stuff. And every second of my journey as a mother, I have been cherishing it throughout. And I think this is the biggest blessing that I can ever ask for. And it's an amazing feeling, and it will continue to be that way. So both my daughters, they are very creative in many ways, and I help them develop those skills. Now, if I can help so many people achieve what they want, then why not your own family members? Sometimes we tend to miss out what is closest to us. There's a saying, it goes by, when you look at a painting very close, then you miss out the speciality and the grandness of it. So you need to look at it at a distance. So trying to identify what is the skill in our own people, our own people, like the ones that we love, and help them to upgrade that is necessary. So both of them being creative, they started a small business where they finally, craft and model clay, and it is beautifully handcrafted, and it's by the name of the craft store, the craft castle dot store, through Instagram, and they're doing amazing. So helping them manage money, learn certain life skills, and interact with people, think of, understand the personalities and how they need to go about doing things is an excellent experience. So this also engages me a lot, and I just wanted to share that because this is something we all can do, as something that, we wholeheartedly can contribute to our own family members and loved ones.
So, Sudha, for me, two interesting things here. One, you have free time. So that so shows that the way your performance acceleration has taken place, you get time, free time as well. And second, proud mother of two teenager daughters. And if they have joined us through Facebook, I would request them to put some comments for their mother. Okay, so let's go to rapid fire. And first question is, as a fitness enthusiast, how does your morning look like?
Wow, that's a great question. Mornings are the best because that's what triggers and starts your day. The energies, the positivity, it's very, very important you start on the right note in the right manner. So, to begin with, I start with some very soothing and meditating music, which calms your senses and helps you focus on what you need to do for the day. And I enjoy nature. I'm a great nature lover, so I just sip my coffee sitting out in the balcony, looking at the plants, and then listening to the birds chirping, and be thankful for everything that you have in life. So, if I strongly believe if you start on a positive note, the rest of the day will continue in the same manner. And in addition to that, of course, I work out and then I go for a jog, and it boosts your energy levels to a large extent, and you're able to take every challenge or concern that comes unexpectedly or unknowingly through the day in a positive manner. So I guess that's a great beginning for anybody to start the day and not worry about backlogs or what needs to be done, what is not done, or how it will not be done. All that will fall in place and it'll take care of itself. We don't have to. All we need to do is have a positive approach and an attitude. Everything will be taken care by itself. Yes.
Wonderful. So start your day in a well organized manner and your whole day would be set. Thanks for sharing. And here is another question. What does 1 hour before a keynote look like?
Okay, wow. Okay, this is an interesting question. I think I first try to calm my nerves because that anxiety of being on the stage, addressing or anticipating what may not happen, those technical glitches, unexpected things is something we all speakers are concerned about. That's the first thing. But irrespective of how you feel anxious about certain things, it's important to focus on what you want to convey. Right, that's one aspect of it. And then how you want to convey the kind of tone and the message that you give across is the crux of the entire keynote that we address. So we'll have to be very balanced and focused on that. In fact, concentrate on how it is put across, presented to the audience. And in addition to that, the objective and the purpose for you to give that speech is a necessity that we have to keep reminding ourselves and not lose track and direction of what we are trying to address to the audience. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sudha, for being so candid. And audience, if you have butterflies in stomach when you start your public speaking, Sudha is a TEDx speaker. She's also a Toastmaster, a professional speaker. Yet she admitted it. So it's for everybody. Sudha, I would have loved to engage more with you and had a very long conversation, knowing so many other aspects of your life. But time is limited, and I would like to thank you for joining us today and sharing these secrets and performance acceleration methods. Thank you so much for joining us and enlightening us.
Thank you so much, Gauri. Thank you for having me. It's been a total honor and a privilege to be here, and I thoroughly enjoyed the experience and the questions answering them. Thank you so much, PSI. Thank you so much, Gauri.
Thank you.
Good night.
So, I'm sure you love this. There were great learnings, and this happens week after week. And do you know who puts this up for us? We have a PSAI talk show back in team, and they do all the hard work, they do all the heavy lifting to make it possible. My gratitude to them, and I would like to invite PSAI talk show leader Bharti Naik to join us.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you so much, Bharti, for joining and putting this all together. Our viewers love it week by week, and I know there's so much hard work involved here. So, thank you so much for doing it for all of us.
Yes, there is hard work, and I would say I love to do that because it is my way of contributing. It is my way of serving to this association, which is a family, and this platform, this association has put a lot of, I would say. There's a lot of contribution from this association in my journey as I transitioned from a corporate trainer to an executive coach to a professional speaker. So I would say this is my way of giving to the association and putting all the members on this platform. I look forward to each and every member aspiring and thriving to becoming a global leader, global speaker.
Wow, that's amazing thought and the service mindset, the way you are serving the community, the society. Kudos to that. So, Bharti, how did you like this talk show today?
Gauri, I was very keenly listening to Sudha, and she gave a very good insights. Three C's: conceive your thoughts, and then you also convey your message, but it has to be done in the right way, and then you control your situation, and which is in our hands how to do that. So I love that part, and the most interesting, and it drove my curiosity as well when she spoke about human book. I mean, we always have heard about these wordings that my life is full of chapters, and every time I flip one page of my life and I open up to new possibilities. But having somebody as a human book, talking and sharing about every chapter that you have in your life and people interacting with you, it's an amazing concept. So I was quite interested to understand that part. And yes, Sudha, being an organizer of TEDx, gave a lot of insights to find out that if we want to be at a TEDx platform and become a speaker, share the ideas, share the message, what it takes to be at that platform. So that was my takeaways.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing this, Bharti. And what's your message to our viewers today?
Well, my message to the viewers today is very simple. Number one, you be consistent to whatever you are doing. Be consistent. It's okay if you have nobody with you, but you are still with yourself. So be consistent to what you're doing and trust yourself. Because when you trust yourself, you know that you're doing and you're going in the right direction. And I think when I was listening to Sudha, when I was listening to all the conversation, the questions that you had for Sudha, those were putting all the beliefs stronger in me that yes, consistency does play a role. And when you trust yourself, you know that you're going on the right path. That's the message I would like to give to all of us.
Wonderful message, Bharti, and so true. I mean, consistency is the key. We all know one of our classmates who was very good in the beginning, say up to a certain standard, and then they started degrading. Their talent didn't change. What changed was the consistency of effort, and that's where we say that grit is very important, and also internal validation. We should not look outside, like you rightly said, that you know yourself. What you are doing is totally known to you, so that is very, very important. Thank you so much, Bharti. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your views with our audience.
Thank you
And
so much,
we did
Gauri.
it
It's,
all
it's a
together.
pleasure. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to host, to be a part of the talk show when you are hosting it. It's great to see how you host and how do you start with your energy pumped up. So kudos to you.
Thank you so much.
Bye
It's PSAI energy.
bye. Bye
Thank you. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining and sharing your thoughts in comments. You can come back and have a look because this is going to be on Facebook. And if you have still not filled up the form, it's already there in the comments. Go fill this up because PSAI is a wonderful place to be in. If you have a message and you want a voice, or you have a global aspiration to become a global speaker. Thank you so much, everyone. Signing off and wishing you a great weekend ahead.